ioEther. I got this.
Hey folks, this is ioEther and we're back with some more World Tanks. So, as you see, this is Nanasa? Something like that. Anyways, he's told me to call him NASA because he's tired of me butchering his name. So I'm sorry. Once again. But this is NASA in the OHO. This is Tier 8 game on Corellia. And it's not an assault! Oot. I hate assault games on Corellia. That's why I turned assault mode off. If you could like exclude a couple of maps that you really hated playing, then I would totally have assault mode on. I really enjoyed that. But not for Corellia. That's a rock. That's... You gotta think he may have been AFK for part of that drive. Anyways. So he's got some AP load, he's got some HE, and he's got mostly the wow. Yeah. A, that's totally what that is. HE, the high explosive derp rounds for this thing. So that obviously means he's running the big derp gun on this thing. A tier 8 derp gun is going to hurt. The fact that it's mounted on this near impregnable chassis is going to be so much fun. And I do like the fact that he's not just wandering out into death. Because, yeah, he's got a lot of armor on this thing, but that does not make it impossible to pen. It just makes it hard to pen. As the T-150 is deciding whether or not he wants to risk his life by walking out into the open. No! Badly aimed shot from NASA. He needed to lead that target. He did not lead, thus his shell did not hit. The Panther is trying desperately to punch a hole in him, but, well, that's just not going to happen. So, unless we give him our side, of course. But, you know, giving him 200 damage so we can take 800 off him, I think that was a worthwhile trade. Where'd that shell actually punch through? Ooh, actually went through a turret. Oh, okay. Cool. He got lucky then, I'm going to assume. Did not think the Panther could punch through this turret. Must have been, you know, perfectly flat on and not angled at all. Sad face, right? Oh, this is a dead Skoda if he lets us shoot him. Oh, come on. Stop rocking back and forth. We just want to shoot you. Wait. Getting shot from there by an M6 means the M6 is either way at the base or on the hill with us. Looks like he's actually way at the base. Okay, well that's cool. We do not care about him. We're just going to push down towards this Panther who's about to die. Either to us or to our teammates. Panther thinks he's in cover. We're just gonna... yeah... forward. Well, now it's a dead Panther. Unfortunately for the enemy team, their 112 was the only thing that could truly stand up to NASA. Everything else has flimsy enough armor that we can punch rounds into it. And that poor Scorpion G stood no chance at all. There was no way he was going to be able to absorb that round and live. Unless we like hit his gun in his tracks and nothing else. But even then, at the health he was at, not likely. And we're loaded. This T-150 must think we're not. Doesn't matter now. T-150 understands the pain he was in. KV-85 trying the same trick for the same results. Also not going to do anything. We're going to load and we're just going to punch a shell through the... Nope, didn't actually punch a shell through the front of the T-50. The T-150, sorry. But must have blown out a driver or something. Definitely kept him tracked. And he's just going to stay tracked, I'm sure, until he dies. Good. Good. We didn't have to waste another round on him. So that shot was aimed at the Tiger 1. That poor KV-85 walked into it. Unfortunately, it didn't do what NASA was thinking, which was penetrate the Tiger and pop him for all of the health. Which would have been awesome. But it did take a bunch off the KV-85. Made him a lot more scared for obvious reasons. M44 is deciding to commit suicide by running towards us. That is because the rest of our team has one of the other flank. I'm just going to ram the KVA-5 to death, all casual, and then shotgun the Tiger. Tiger manages to bounce off us, and it's just a lone E2 left alive. This poor guy is going to end our rampage. Whether or not we kill him doesn't really matter. Once he's dead, this rampage is going to be over. And there we go. So this is how you play this massive tank, which is basically, when in doubt, side scrape a little bit, and then the rest of the time, just make sure you're loaded, point and click, and let them bounce their shells off you. Because really, this was well played. Awesome game, NASA. Master Badge, second class, Bruiser, Shellproof, and Fire for Effect. Well done. Also managing to grab the Cool Headed for 10 ricochets and non-penetrations in a row. Now see, the majority of the time that you see a Cool Headed is because somebody fired an autocannon at, like, say, the front of a T-29. This, I don't see many of these from actual, like, top-tier enemy tanks firing at you. I guess the Tiger isn't top tier, but its pen is still good enough that if he'd been aiming correctly, he probably could have punched through us. Or if he'd been firing gold, which he definitely had enough time to switch to. So, yeah, that's a rare metal, rarer than it actually should be. And of course, the steel wall, because we weren't really injured on that fight. Now, unfortunately, the Rheinmetall Scorpion makes sure we don't get the high caliber, but apart from him, definitely would have got it from based off the rest of the damage from the team. Evenly spread, actually, so the entire team carried themselves well. Just a couple of them managed to die. And that was pretty close to being Queen's Sweep, actually, come to think of it. 11 shells fired, 7 connections, and 7 penetrations, meaning everything that connected did damage. But of course, this is a derp gun. That's how it's supposed to work. And those shots that did damage did significant damage. Look at that. I didn't think about this for a second, but I just realized the fact that he's 5 damage blocked off from doing exactly the same amount as he received. That's interesting and kind of impressive. Unfortunately, not running a premium account, otherwise he would have made a ton off this. But anyways, thank you so much, NASA, for sending this in. This was a thrill to watch. Thank you all for watching. Have a great night. This is ioEther out.